Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today is the launch of the latest Peanuts collection, and this is your autumn theme collection. It's very, very sweet. If you love Peanuts, then you're going to enjoy this one. You've got Ephemera, there is a postcard pack, you've got this lovely die here, Kickback, you've got this stamp and die set, Be Thankful, lovely paper pad, I'm going to show you it all in more detail in a moment, and then you've got this stamp and die set. I have made this card which was focusing on the stamp and die set, so this all folds down into this style 5x7, and then when you open it up you've got this double pop-up box with sweater weather is better weather, because I have to say it like that. You've got all your space on the back there to be able to write your message, and you can find the tutorial for this one over on my Mixed Up Craft YouTube channel, and it'll be up now. And then today I'm going to make one using some of the ephemera, and I want to use this set here. So with the ephemera, you tend to get, I think it's between like 40 and 50 pieces, or is it between 30 and 40 pieces? You get plenty anyway. There's always a lot. I've still got loads left over from other paper pads, but if I just lay them all out here, I always say as well, if you've got the stamp sets as well with the ephemera, it's always a good reference for colouring. So if you stamp your image and you're a bit unsure on the colours, then you can always refer to your ephemera. And you can also find these images on the internet as well. But you can see you've got loads, you've got the different apple pies there, you've got your Thanksgiving turkey, you've got your little strip there, sweater weather, you've got the kickback there, you've got all the different leaves as well that you can use obviously for the extra details. Love that one there. And I've got a few to the left of me as well, because I'm going to be using them on the card that I'm going to demo in a moment. So you've got some really nice ephemera there if you like those quick cards. And then we've got the postcard pack. So if you like to do mini albums, maybe if you want gift tags for 3D makes, or you just like to pop a few little postcards in with your cards, then you might like these ones. So you've got pumpkin spice and everything nice. You've got that one. This one here, Thanksgiving is a great day if you don't get eaten. That one's a cute one. Sweater weather. Oh, so thankful, with some pumpkin pie. You've got the classic image there, and then I ate too much. So I think they're really fun. Like I said, if you do like to do mini albums, these are great because you can have photos on the back. So if you like to document Thanksgiving or the autumn season, then these are great for that kind of thing. Okay, next we've got the die set here. This is Kickback. Now I haven't used this one yet, but I think I'm going to use it on the next card. So you've got your outline die, and you've got the Kickback there, and then you've got your die of Snoopy, and you can see they've just done an example of him kind of sat over the eye, but he could be lying down here. You could have him in the middle. You don't even have to add him, because that I think is really good for cards away from Snoopy theme. You know, you might want to use it, maybe someone's just got out of hospital, kick back and relax, so you can definitely use this with other things. Then the Be Thankful. This one's probably one of my favourites, and the main stamp and die set. I do enjoy using those. I just love the bold sentiment here on this one. So you've got the Be Thankful. Let me just grab a piece of cardstock. There we go. And you've got Snoopy there with his dog bowl, and these are all separate stamps. That's not one stamp together, they are individual. And then you've got all your different subtitles. So on today's I'm using There's Always Something To, and then I'm going to have Be Thankful, or you've got the be there and then you just have the big thankful, and then for I am thankful, thankful for your love, thankful for a wonderful friend, on your birthday be thankful, or thankful on your birthday. You can mix up your words a lot there to make different verses, sentiments. I think it's quite a nice little set. Like I said, I just love that big bold image there. I think it's quite nice how they've got it laid out on the front there as well. And there's your dies to cut all of that out if you want as well. Then the paper pad. It's the paper pads that always do well in the ephemera. Like I said, if you love your quick cards, now I have been using this, I'll just pop them to one side. So you get, it's an 8x8 paper pack, 190 GSM, it's 32 pages with 8 designs. I'll go through all of those with you. So you've got this one here with all of your characters on. I love the colour palette throughout this one as well. Then you've got this one, the pumpkins and the leaves and the pumpkin pie. Then we've got this one, which is fun. And that's got the sentiment, Thanksgiving is a great day if you don't get eaten. And then what's next? I've got this one, which is really nice. Again, all those autumnal images. Love the falling leaves there with the sky. You've got more food there. And then you've got this one, mashed potatoes, apple pie, yum yum. Oh, and then that one as well. So really nice mix of patterns and images in that set. And then this one here. So if you do like to collect these Peanuts collections, then your stamp and die sets are lovely, because obviously eventually the ephemera and the papers will be gone, but things like this you've always got. And it has a lot of the images that are in the ephemera are stamped here as well. And then you've got the sentiments: let's get cozy, may your birthday be as sweet as pie, sweater weather is better weather, I believe in you, you are the apple of my pie, and pumpkin spice and everything nice. And like I said, we used that one on this one, you'll see that in the other video. So I thought what we would do is a fun card focusing on some of the papers and the ephemera. So I've already gone ahead and kind of placed everything where I think I'm going to have it, and you can kind of see how the card is going to look, but I will talk you through everything. So this is going to be a C6 size, so what's that, 6x8, and I'm going to do a few more of this style. It's kind of that swing style that I did. I'll quickly show you this card, which is over on my Mixed Up Craft channel. So if you missed it, this one folds down to 6x6, and then it's this swing box card style. So I'm going to be doing like I said, a few little mini series on that. So this is one to add to it. So this is a piece of 11.5 by 8, and you want to score along that long side. You're going to score at 2 3/4, 5.5, 8 1/4, and 11. And then you want to fold and burnish those score lines. And then we're going to stick these two together. So I'm just going to take my quick grab glue. I'm just going to run it all the way down that 1/2 inch tab. So I will eventually have different sizes. That is the 6x6. Like I said, this is the 6x8. I've got a 5x7 to share. I want to do a slimline version, so you will see, you know, quite a few. And there's so many different ways that you can adapt it further as well to suit the stamps and dies that you've got in your stash. So just giving it all a good burnish, and then fold it back that way. Again, that a good burnish. So I'm going to have it so that the join faces me. That way when it's displayed you don't see any join. So like this one here, the join is here, but you don't notice it, and you get a nice clean finish there. So I've worked it around this stamp set. So although you don't have to have it laid out like it has it on the actual stamp, like so, I quite liked that, and I thought it would work well with this. Like I said, you can have him on the front like they've done there, which looks nice as well. You might not even want to add Snoopy. Again, if you're using it, you know, you don't want it with any of this, you're using it with other things in your stash, then I think it's good that they've separated it all. So you want to cut yourself, I'm doing the middle different to the two top and bottom sections, because again I wanted them to work around these pieces here. So I've stamped this onto a piece of 5 3/4 by 3.5, and then this is a piece of 3 3/4 by 6. So I'm going to stick that one on top. Now the birds are from my stash. I've got them on little stamps, stamp blocks here, and I just use them and add them onto lots of my cards when I just got a bit of white space I want to fill. I've coloured him in just using my alcohol markers there, and I use the VersaFine just to get a nice real crisp black there when I stamped it. So I'm going to use my construction glue and just cover the back of this piece and just stick that on. So I've got a nice even frame, and then I've cut the pattern paper. So which way? Yeah, that way. I've just done it, you can see it was one big piece there, but I've just then cut it in half. So these are two pieces of 2.5, is it 2.5? Yeah, 2.5 by 7 3/4. So I'm going to stick those down on there. So again, using that construction glue, because it will make a big difference when it's dry. It really does add strength into your cards. The cardstock I'm using is the Creative Craft Products. It's the old colours, and it's the Noble Red for any regulars who have it. It goes really nice actually with this collection. You can see that kind of deep burgundy red in the images there. And yeah, 230 GSM. And again, that one. Okay, so whilst that's drying, I've then cut these two pieces here which are 2 by 6, and they're going to go at the top and the bottom. And then I've got these pieces which are using the pattern paper, and these are 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. So I'm going to stick that one on there and that one there. Need to fill up my glue bottle. I go through so much of this glue. Okay, like so, and then again like so. So these are 2 of the other images from the ephemera, which I just think are really fun. I've popped them up on some foam on the back, and I'm going to attach them. Now this one is a little bit taller than the 2 inches, but I will show you a way that you can add bigger, you know, designs, patterns, whatever it might be, stamped images, and still have this kind of flip card work. You just need to watch for your placement. So I'm going to pop that one so it's running along the bottom, and then this one fits perfectly. I think I took a tiny, yeah I did, I took a very, very small amount just off the edges there and there, just so it didn't overhang, because I want to make sure obviously this goes in my envelope. Sorry about my finger there. Can't quite hide it. And again, I'm just going to line that up with the bottom. Right, so now we can start to stick it all together. So I wanted to have this one at the bottom, and then the big sentiment, and then this one at the top. Now I have done it so that there is a little gap in between each one, but the top and the bottom are flush with the top and the bottom of the card underneath. And because I've cut this from A4, this isn't exactly 6 inches wide, this piece. Otherwise you need to use 12 by 12 and then add a little hinge. I just thought this way is a bit user friendly, but I quite like the way it overhangs anyway. So first of all, I'm going to stick these 2, because that one is going to come up. Yeah, so these 2 are both going to be stuck to the right hand side. Okay, so I want to add a little glue like so, and then again down here. So your top and bottom will go on the same side, and then the middle will go on the opposite. So I'm gonna just use a line on my mat here, and I want to make sure I've got the same overhang, which is 1/4 inch overhang on each side. Okay, thereabouts, that one. And then again this one here, nice and flush with the bottom, and again just make sure you've got that similar overhang. Use a liquid glue, you've got a little bit more, you know, wiggle time. So, and then this one, I'm going to add my glue all in here. Again, don't go right up to the top and the bottom, because there is that little gap. And then I'm just going to pop that under there, and then just line this up with the top and the bottom one, and just make sure you've got the same little gap. Like so. Give that a minute to dry. Okay, and once it's all dry, when you bring it up into that box shape, you'll see you get that fun pop out of each panel. And you get to see the pattern paper as well, just poking through all the different sections there, and it displays really nicely. I think it's super fun. So I hope you've enjoyed this little mini preview and launch of the Peanuts Feeling Thankful, I think was the name of the collection. I don't think I said it at the start. And just the 2 cards that I've made so far, so just a few examples on things that you can make with this collection. Also check out under the listings on the Craft World website, you'll be able to see what the design team have made using the collection as well, so there'll be more inspiration on there. And like I said, I have got a plan to use this one here in one of my YouTube videos, and I'm definitely going to be using more of the ephemera and the stamp and die set as well. So as always, thank you for watching today. You can find all of this product by following the links below this video, and that will take you to the Craft World website. Give the video a thumbs up, drop me a comment, because I do enjoy reading them, and I'll see you in the next one.